I'm Rachel and I am the founding director of Mhor Outdoor. I grew up in the northeast of Scotland, but I've lived in Edinburgh for the last 10 years plus. And I have had the privilege of growing up with the outdoors in my back garden and also with a family that has taken me out into the hills of Scotland every weekend. As a child, I didn't love it. Spending my weekends on top of a hilly mountain in the rain instead of being with friends. But I've taken a lot from that, and it's obviously been a big part of my life. And now I'm in a position where I want to share the opportunities and experiences and benefits of getting outside with other people. So I set up Mhor Outdoor to make the outdoors in Scotland and the hills of Scotland more accessible. There are many people who are financially or socially or culturally excluded from the outdoors and feel like it's not their space, they don't belong there. So what we do is we organise day hikes, empowering day hiking experiences that give people the confidence through skills and knowledge share to continue leading an outdoor lifestyle, to continue exploring Scottish wild places, and hopefully to give people a sense of belonging in those environments. I was very committed to setting up Mhor Outdoor as a social enterprise because I wanted it to be financially viable for myself and as an organisation. I wanted it to be sustainable and independent so that we could decide what the need was and what we wanted to try out in terms of ideas and activities and opportunities and partnerships. And also to make sure that that it was embedded within the community and society, and that everyone was playing their part in making Scottish society and the outdoors in particular more inclusive and more representative of wider Scottish society. Our aims as an organisation is to make Scottish society healthier and happier and more equal, and the way that we do that is by organising empowering hiking experiences where people learn the skills and the knowledge to spend time outside, to give them the confidence and the sense of belonging in those environments. A really important thing about how we work is that we work in partnership with different community organisations. And we work with community organisations who represent individuals or communities that are particularly excluded, either for financial reasons or for cultural or social reasons or personal reasons, from being active outdoors. And we work together so that we can make sure that we create a successful day together and to really help break down some of the barriers that people face. So it could be that they don't know how to get to a certain location, to get to the hills. They might not know how to stay safe or how to find their way when they're in those environments, or they might not own a waterproof jacket, and in Scotland, fortunately, it's an essential piece of kit. But it might also just be the fact that they don't feel like they belong in those environments, and they don't see other people that look like them, or they don't really know what's expected of them when they're in those spaces, or they don't want to do it on their own. So there's lots of reasons why people feel like it's not for them and they feel uncomfortable engaging with the outdoors. And the types of groups we've worked with in the past is people from the LGBTQI+ community. We've also worked with people who have experience of homelessness. We've worked with people who are refugees or in the asylum system and therefore making their home in Scotland. And we have also worked otherwise with New Scots, so people who have migrated to Scotland and who are making their home in Scotland. We have also worked with Black and minority ethnic groups, and we are basically open to working with any community or group or organisation who thinks their community are underrepresented or excluded and could benefit from a day out in the hills. because I feel like I'm part of something. I'm working on my own on this organisation, and sometimes it can feel quite lonely and quite isolated, and sometimes it's useful to feel part of some bigger network, but also a bigger initiative to make society better and to improve lives in Scotland. I've also specifically enjoyed the networking opportunities where we have been put in front of potential clients to practice pitching, to practice selling. That's kind of given me a bit of accountability to get myself ready for those situations. I've also had plenty of one-on-one support, really being able to talk through current challenges or tasks I've got ahead of me, and to think about how to go through those in the best way, because I'm doing some of these things for the first time. But ESEN has worked with organisations and individuals lots in the past where they've probably faced these tasks and challenges and seen people overcome them. So I found that really useful. And yeah, like this video, I find it useful just to have the support and being cheered on, and having that validation that what we're spending our time and efforts on is worthwhile. What I love about Edinburgh is the fact that we have so many green spaces in the city. We even have 7 hills in the city, and we have so much within reach of the city in terms of spaces to explore, and for us to take groups out is very easy. I think it's amazing, of course, how many people who live here perhaps haven't had the chance to go up Arthur's Seat or to get to the Pentlands, but it's all on our doorstep, and it's a really great place to work to help introduce people to those slightly more wild environments. But personally, I also like the sort of close-knit feel, the village feel that Edinburgh has. I enjoy the fact that I can almost walk and cycle everywhere. I also like all the small businesses and community feel that you get in different neighbourhoods of Edinburgh. I like that it's home. I like that I have a strong network of friends and family here now, and I also like what Edinburgh represents. I think it has a strong cultural, natural heritage that people from all over the world travel to, and it has an international feel. And I like staying connected with that sort of international aspect through my work and personal life. We have a really exciting year ahead. We are doing this brilliant collaboration with TISO and with the John Muir Trust, and our partnership has resulted in a hiking program, a 7-week hiking program called Connect Outdoors. And we piloted Connect Outdoors last year, and this year we're going to roll it out with 4 or 5 new organisations, and it really gives new hikers and people new to the outdoors the chance to upskill themselves and to learn about different topics such as navigation or mountain weather and safety, or gear, what gear you need and how to maintain it, but also a little bit about how you can be more responsible when you're outside and how you can look after our wild places. And so basically this hiking program will see people go from having no experience hiking to potentially even ending the program climbing a Munro, and really building up their sort of bag and tools of resources that they need to spend more time outside. And this year we're also really committed to starting to sell hikes to corporate clients so that we can reinvest those profits into bringing even more groups out who are currently excluded from the outdoors, but also to make sure that those staff teams from those clients can benefit in the same way from time outside, from the opportunities that come with decompressing, being in a new environment, de-stressing, but also thinking about business challenges or personal challenges in a different way, with literally different perspectives, and also perhaps taking the opportunity of of an environment that inspires more creative thinking. So Mhor Outdoor organises empowering hiking experiences for people that are financially or socially excluded, for a healthier, happier and more equal population in Scotland.